Hey guys, this is Austin, and welcome to the Positron 2.0. As my first build of 2016, I wanted to kick it off with a bang, and what better way than to start with the most requested build I've had in a long time. The biggest upgrade is on the CPU side. We're now using an Intel Core i5-6500. As one of Intel's new Skylake processors, not only is it still a quad-core chip that can clock well over 3 GHz, but it's also based on the new Skylake architecture, which is 2 generations newer than what was in the old Positron. One of the nice parts about this chip is that it is much less expensive than its bigger brother. Now, part of this is due to the fact that it's not overclockable, however it's still fairly fast, and one of the most important things is that you can still upgrade in the future. So with our Z170 motherboard, if you ever want to go to, say, an unlocked Core i5 or even a Core i7, it's a super simple upgrade. The real heart of the build, though, is the MSI Radeon R9 390 graphics card. Compared to the GTX 970 in the original Positron, it's able to outperform in benchmarks like Firestrike. However, the real advantage is having that whopping 8 GB of GDDR5 memory. Get into games, and as you would expect, this thing is no joke. So in Grand Theft Auto 5, you're easily able to run at 1440p, very high settings, and you're still getting roughly around 60 frames per second. Move over to Metro Last Light Redux, and again, it's easily playable at 1440p, and you're still getting some really rock solid frame rates. Shadow of Mordor is another demanding game, and here again we're able to play on ultra settings at 1440p with just over 50 frames per second. While 1440p really is a sweet spot for this system, you can play games at 4K as well. The Witcher 3 is playable on medium settings around 30 frames per second, which while it might not be ideal, is totally playable, especially if you want those extra pixels. Now while usually I focus on the gaming side of these systems, you can also do video editing on the Positron 2.0 as well. I loaded up some 4K Sony FS7 footage using Premiere, and it handles it reasonably well. If this was a dedicated editing PC, I would probably bump it up to a Core i7 and 16 gigs of RAM, but considering that it can handle 4K footage right out of the box, it's not too bad. And speaking of the box, I'm kind of partial to the NZXT S340 case. It's got a big window to show off your build and all of its glory, well, depending on your cable management. But it's got really good cable management as well to kind of help things be nice and neat. And on top of that, it has this awesome red and black finish. Seriously, this is one sexy looking PC. And of course, going through the rest of the system, we do have 8 GB of Corsair DDR4 memory. For storage, we're using a 250 GB Crucial BX100 SSD alongside a 1 TB WD Blue hard drive. This is a great combo for giving you not only that SSD speed that you really should have in a system like this, but also giving you plenty of storage for your extra files and media. On top of that, the combo is really not that expensive either. And powering the build is a 600 watt Corsair CX600 power supply. Pretty standard stuff, but it'll get the job done. Put it all together, and the Positron 2.0 is a build I'm really happy with. As always, I'll have all the links you guys need in the description of this video, and I will catch you in the next one. However, with that extra memory, it means that you can do other stuff that I haven't really remembered. It can do stuff though, probably.